Northwest First Amendment audits out here. So we're coming through here to do a little video because Friday evening, going through the mail, I received a summons and criminal complaint signed by J. Proctor, K89. And it says complains, well, I'll post it before the beginning of this or somewhere in this video, but it says that did remain or enter said property, and then it actually doesn't even have any address listed or any indication of where or who, other than this person signing for it. So I'm believing that stems from the Officer Bangs incident in October, but I'm not really for sure. I just came down here to the records department to try to look that case up and find some information out on it, and it wouldn't pull up. They told me it was a sealed case. Alright, you guys, we're going to discuss this incident report here from November 10th, 2020, 5:19 p.m. in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It was at 451 North Government Way, Kootenai County, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 83814. They have the contact listed as Leslie Duncan on SC. So I try to find out who this contact Leslie Duncan is, and on the Kootenai County, Idaho page, they have Leslie Duncan listed as a Kootenai County Commissioner. And you'll see here a message from Leslie Duncan. My goal as the Kootenai County Commissioner is to ensure government adheres to its proper role, which is to protect life, liberty, and property. When government steps out of this role, injustice abounds. It goes on to talk about a few other things there. So, this, I guess, is who made the contact and had an issue with the First Amendment constitutionally protected activity. And so, responding officer was Justin Bangs, K9 officer. And it says, warning given. And so the report was written on November 10th, 2020 at 5:20, with the alleged incident from October 2nd, 2020 at 5:19 p.m. Call of a suspicious person. Says the reporting party leaving work, subject videotaping vehicles for government workers and holding an energy can. Unknown weapons involved, in progress. Victim caller on scene. So the reporting party is the victim caller. What are they the victim of? I'm wondering. Constitutionally protected First Amendment activity. Victim of being audited. I mean, suspicious person. How can you be a victim of a suspicious person? If anybody knows, comment below and let me know. Subject on scene on the south parking lot towards the west side, near where the jailers bring the van with prisoners. Unknown house. Subject arrived. Responding party waiting in the parking lot in some vehicle that's redacted. Mail requesting a callback from the watch commander. Then they had my phone number from the caller ID. Did not want to give my name to the call taker, obvious reasons. It says that I was allegedly trespassed by the reporting party. Says, Justin Bang's report states, male using cell phone to video employees and their cars leaving, walking around the different buildings, video, walking in areas where it would be uncommon to see people at this time of day. So, on a weekday, just after 5 p.m., it would be uncommon to see people here. Yet in the video, you see people exiting the building still. Apparently, this person was leaving from work who called in. So, there must have been pretty common for people to be there. Refused to ID himself, however, he did leave. I wish I wouldn't have. That was my first audit, and, you know, things happen and you learn. So, later, another officer knew who he was. So, another officer believes they were able to identify me, and they list my name and birthday on this report. So this is what comes up when you Google the Kootenai County Courthouse DMV 451 North Government Way address. And so you'll see on this picture here, office hours listed on this door say 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. And this one here for the driver's licensing entry has office hours as 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. You scroll down here a little bit to check their hours. It's closed on Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So the report coming in at 5:19 p.m. of being in a place uncommon to see people at that time doesn't seem to fit. I think it might have something to do with the camera. What do you think?
Come here, talk to me. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Is this a consensual conversation?
Yes, it is.
How's it going?
Well,
Can you get your name and badge number?
my name's Officer Banks.
Your badge number?
I need to have your ID.
Badge number, please.
Because they
For
want
what
you-
crime?
They want you trespassing
From a
on the
public
property.
place?
Go from the courthouse.
From a public place. Public has access to this. How would I conduct business here at a public
I was
place?
asked to have you trespass here, so
They don't have that authority.
yes, they do.
They do not.
They do.
They don't.
What's your name, man?
Doesn't matter. I haven't committed any crime.
Actually, you have. You're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing. It's public property. There's signs on every door that says it.
You were walking around videoing the people who were
Right.
coming and leaving in the building and the structure.
Right? And I have a right to do that.
They say that that's suspicious and they don't want you.
No one's asked me to leave.
I am.
I'll leave.
But I need to know your name.
You don't.
Building and the structure,
Right?
and
I have a right to do that.
they say that that's suspicious and they don't want you
No
here.
one's asked me to leave.
I am.
I'll leave.
But I need to know your name.
You don't.
I do.
You don't have that right. I have not committed
Well,
a crime.
I do because I need to know who you are for when you're trespassed.
Nope.
Because
That's
if
not
you
how it
come back,
works.
you're going to be arrested.
That's not how it works.
Well,
If I
that is
commit
how
a
it
crime,
works.
no
You
one's
did
asked me
commit
to
a crime.
leave.
It's called.
It's not a crime until I come back. Then you can get my name.
Well,
Until
that's-
then, I haven't committed a crime. You're just asking me to leave.
But I
You
need to
said
know
asked
who
you
I'm
to leave.
trespassing.
You're not trespassing me. You're asking me to leave for the very first time from a
All
public
right.
place.
Well, that's a fun game that you like to play. So,
I'll leave.
but I need to know your name.
You don't.
I do.
You don't have that right. I have not committed a crime.
I do because I need to know who you are for when you're trespassed.
Nope.
Because
That's not
if
how
you
it
come back,
works.
you're going to be arrested.
That's not how it works.
Well,
If I
that is
commit a
how it
crime,
works.
no
You
one's
did
asked me to
commit a
leave.
crime. It's called.
It's not a crime until I come back. Then you can get my name. Until then, I haven't committed a crime. You're just asking me to leave.
But
You
I
just
need
said
to
I
know who
asked you
I'm
to leave.
trespassing.
You're not trespassing me. You're asking me to leave for the very first time from a public place,
Well,
right?
that's a fun game that you like to play.
Okay,
so,
well, I'm leaving. You
listen.
asked me to leave.
Today,
Am I being detained? Am I being
you go.
detained?
So I can ID you. When you come back, you're going to go to jail.
I
Leave
would,
the property.
I would like to
You're
see
not
that.
welcome.
Alright, so this is the envelope I received from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho on Friday, September 17th in the mail. It contained the summons and criminal complaint from the Coeur d'Alene prosecutor. I'm summoned to appear on October 4th at 3 p.m. in the Kootenai County Courthouse. They quote Idaho Statute 18-7008 3A I2 misdemeanor trespass. We're going to look that statute up, and we'll let you take a look at that. See what you think about that. See if it matches for public property. And so the criminal complaint here that was filed on September 9th says that J. Proctor K89. So this is the school resource officer, Jacob Proctor, from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department, who I believe is the one that signed the criminal complaint for June 21st, back here a few days ago in September. And appeared personally before me and being duly sworn on oath, complains and says that the defendant on or about June 21st, 2021 in the county of Kootenai, state of Idaho, did return and enter said property within a year after first being notified in writing or verbally by the owner or authorized agent of the owner of the real property, all of which constitutes the offense of trespassing. We'll take a look at that statute, and you guys let me know what you think if this applies to public property. Alright, so we'll run through this Idaho statute real quick. It's 18-7008. They quote 7008 3AI2. So we'll talk about that when we get down to there. Most of this beginning part pretty much talks about farmland, cultivated land, taking timber, dumping garbage, killing livestock, as far as trespassing. Okay, permissions here, it mentions about having written permission to enter upon private land. So we see it talking about private land there. Acts constituting criminal trespass. Then it refers to property being fenced if the property adjoins or is contained within public lands or adjacent to public land. So it differentiates there of private land, privately owned land. And here we go. Here's 3A, I, and 2. Except as provided in subparagraph I1 of this paragraph, the person may be sentenced to jail for a period of no more than 6 months and shall be fined in an amount no less than $500 and no more than $1,000. So that's the part of the statute they quoted on my criminal complaint. And then the rest is talking about damage, trespassing with damage caused. Not too much important stuff here, really. Just kind of the old, guidelines. And then we'll cut down here to this part. This is going to be important. 6. A person shall not be guilty of trespass under this section for entering or remaining upon real property if the person entered or remained on the property pursuant to any of the following rights or authorities. A. An established right of entry or occupancy of the real property in question, including but not limited to an invitation, whether expressed or implied, to enter or remain on real property, including but not limited to the right to enter property that is, at the time, open to the public, if the person is in compliance with lawful conditions imposed on access. The other one talks about if you have a license to, or lease, easement, contract. All right, and then 7 gives some examples of the exclusions that it's referring to in subsection 6. Include but not limited to customer entering and remaining in a store during business hours who has not been asked to leave, etc., etc. And if you haven't heard of the update on the other alleged trespass warning notice from the Post Falls Police Department, day 1 of the new chief of police, that was removed because the 3 weeks prior to that, prior to him taking over and Pat Knight resigning, I was contacting everybody, city mayors, city administrators, Pat Knight himself a lot of times, and no one wanted to respond back. And I wanted to get to the bottom of what this trespass was for and why it was there prior to any criminal charges being filed. And he flat out told me it was for being suspicious. So yeah, you can see how they roll. But in any fact, he wanted to bring up the fact that I had trial coming up really soon, and even if he lifted the trespass, it wouldn't really matter because they already slapped the protection order and the no contact order on there. So if you violate, they can double dip you and hit you with 2 different violations. Kind of weird that they would overlap each other and do something like that, but yeah, that is what they did. So anyways, I believe this building down here was the I was gonna turn at the light and go back up that way, but now that we're down here, I believe this is the one that they have listed on Google Maps as the 451 North Government Way. And down in that back corner back over there is where the driver's licensing place is at. And downstairs, down there is part of where the records department's at and their offices. That's actually also where you go for like traffic tickets, stuff like that. If you want to go in and bring your ticket in, you can pay the fine there, I believe, or you can sign it and schedule for a court date on it, and they'll get you set up for a court date on that. So yeah, that's a couple things that they do downstairs that I know of. And down here in this building that kind of looks a little bit like garagey looking, those doors right there is where they drive the vans in and transport inmates from the jail into here to get them to court. So it's got a little sally port you can drive 2 vans into and unload people, and then down in the basement some holding cells. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, we definitely wanted to make sure that they wouldn't miss us or be confused of what's going on out here. Definitely out recording. It's an audit. They know they're coming. They need to start acting right because they're just going to keep coming. Shout out to AP and Watching the Watchmen. Yeah, you guys, I'm glad you guys came through here. Hopefully they start learning. So far we're not seeing any results, but you know what I mean? The more people that we have out here letting them know and pushing the rights that we have and not allowing them to violate them, the better off we're gonna be. You know, we need to let them know that they're gonna cave and be public servants that they're paid to be, and they're not the rulers over us. and they're going to cave before we do on the issue. These are our rights. They like to call them a game and everything else, but no, this is not. It isn't a game. We're slowly losing our rights, and if we don't start sticking together and pulling our weight on this thing and pushing this issue, then it's just going to slip away and we're going to lose the right. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Leave the property. You're not welcome here.
You know what? I would like to see that.
Okay. Well,
I will
leave.
be filing a complaint. This is
That's
public
fine.
property.
You need to leave.
I'm leaving.
Okay, let's go.
I would like to see that, and
Well,
I will
leave.
be filing a complaint. This is
That's
public
fine.
property.
You need to leave.
I'm leaving.
Okay, let's go.
I am.
You can video me all you want, but you got to keep going. Okay, let's keep going.
So, guys, I'm being asked to leave public property where I am conducting business by this officer driving this vehicle here, P1623.
Let's keep going. Come on. Don't come back, okay?
They don't have that right. It's public property. You know, this guy videotaping. Nobody's saying nothing to him. Go ahead and stand over here on the sidewalk, public sidewalk.
To report a crime or another matter requiring a deputy sheriff, but not an emergency, press 1. To contact animal control.
Please wait while I transfer your call.
Central Dispatch, this is Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. Is your guys' Kootenai County Courthouse public property?
What do you mean is it public property?
Well, does public have access to go there?
To the courthouse?
Is it a private business or public property?
I'm not sure. I can have someone call you if you'd like.
Okay, well, I've got a Coeur d'Alene police that's actually attempting to trespass me from public property.
Okay. Is he there? Are you talking to him?
I'm not talking to him, no. It was a consensual encounter, so I disengaged.
Okay. So would you like a call from his sergeant, or what would you like?
Do you have a number for them?
No, they would have to call you. We don't give out their phone numbers.
Okay, what do you have a number to get a hold of anybody else in there, or just this number?
No, this is dispatch, so all the calls go through us.
Okay, the 208-446-1300 number?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Can I actually leave a message for his supervisor? Well,
I
is
can
the
have the
sheriff's
supervisor
office
call you back.
is the sheriff's office over the police station, or?
That's in the city of Coeur d'Alene. Business is the city of Coeur d'Alene. That's why there's a Coeur d'Alene police officer there.
Right, but the sheriff still has authority here?
Sir, would you like the Coeur d'Alene officer sergeant to give you a call?
Is the 324 West Gardner Ave. So if you're looking for that, this is an entry. That's emergency exit down that way and around the corner where they bring people in for court and employee entrance. But this is one of the main entrances that you can get inside the building for court. Here's the map of the Kootenai County Campus. And so we are right up here in this on this side. Or wait, no, I lied totally. Hold on. Oh, this part. Okay. Yeah, so here we are right in here by the Justice Building, where they do have courtrooms also. Then there's the main courthouse, obviously has courtrooms. The administration building, I believe is going to be, yep, there it is. It's the 451 North Government Way address. So that's where they're saying it is. That I can't be, I guess. And the courthouse is 501 North Government Way. We got the Justice Building, we already went over, 324. And Juvenile Justice Building, 205 North 4th Street. So, yeah, like I said, they've got all these buildings grouped together as the Kootenai County Campus, but as you can see, they're all different addresses, different roads even, and it's a pretty big area, a little bit spread out. They got the mask mandates still going. Masks are required upon entry. I know there's a few people that have been posting videos about that stuff going on all over the place with different courtrooms. And yeah, there's an administrative order for no weapons of any kind. Masks sign again. And let's see what they're saying here for this administrative order. That's the order, I suppose, for the weapons that it's talking about above. So, yep, there's the order that they're quoting above. That's a good thing. Okay, let's see what they got here. Quarterly meetings, business meetings, human resource, business meeting agenda. And so I'm not sure if you can really see, but that's where they do the check-in right there, where security basically meets you, runs you through the metal detectors, and take your belt off, empty your pockets, everything, and get checked in with them. And then you go to your courtroom, or you can go downstairs to the records department, or whatever business you're conducting, downstairs for traffic tickets and citations. There's the emergency exit, so straight through into there would be two of the doors that go into one of the courtrooms, so they're all along that same side in there. I think there's about 4. And so there in the background right there, you can see in the middle is Lake Coeur d'Alene. So yeah, we're super close to the lake. It's like pretty much across the street. So, well, I mean, when I zoom all the way back out, it looks a lot farther away. We're not walking there, we're gonna drive, but yeah, it's not too far away. Across from the courthouse, got a memorial field, looks like carousel over there I never heard of. They built a new skate park down that way. Always has people in there. It seems packed. Every time I drive down here for Coeur or just to come over to see people or whatever, I always notice there's a lot of people in there. So that's something good that the city built for people to stay busy and have something to do, something positive and healthy and good to do out here. Me personally, I can't skate. I'm not really into it, but I'm still glad they did that for people that are into that. I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that are. Interesting. That is interesting. Well, you guys, anyways, we're out of here. I just wanted to come here and check a few things out because I can, because I am constitutionally protected while exercising my First Amendment right.